Yeah, it is certainly hard to believe that a little company that started in a warehouse in El Segundo is now going public for with the largest IPO that ever. And let me tell you, if people had told me this was going to happen, I was like, man, you must be smoking some really good crack, because I think this company's going to fail.
You came from a basement, if you're Jeff Bezos, and you're in a garage in El Segundo looking at broken parts and everything, and you actually made something. Now, with all that inspiration that you just heard from Elon, you would think Democrats would be happy. Nope. Just the opposite. They hate it. They hate everything about American ingenuity. They hate everything about America's prosperity. Let me prove this to you with just my first tweet to show you. Check this out. I had to post this because I couldn't believe what I was seeing. The Democrats are the enemy of a prosperous America. Their attitude against success is absolutely disgusting. The Nazi up in Maine said, Elon Musk just became the world's first trillionaire. Let's make sure he's also the last. Huh? Let's make sure he's the last trillionaire. Why would you ever want to hear that from anyone in your government? He's not there yet, but he may get to government. Why would you want to hear that from somebody? Why would you want to embrace anybody who says, let's hope he's the last one? How far has the Democrat Party fallen when they are basically, and he had like all kinds of likes and comments, when you're telling somebody, I hope nobody else can attain any success at that level? That should be discounting. And then Elizabeth Warren, right at the same time, she wrote, Elon just became the world's first trillionaire. The typical American household would have to work more than 11 million years to make Elon Musk level of wealth. We need a wealth tax. That's the first thing that came to your mind? See, the problem is what she just said. I don't know if any of you picked up on what she just said. When she wrote there, she goes, the typical American household. Honey, there's nothing typical about what Elon Musk has done. There's nothing typical about what Jeff Bezos has done. There's nothing typical about all those employees who were standing around clapping who became instant millionaires. There's nothing typical in terms of my household in regards to the typical American family. People need to stop being typical. People need to be atypical. Nobody ever succeeds doing the same thing as somebody else. Disruption is supposed to be a code word when you get into something. You try and do better. Nobody says, you know what, Kmart failed. Let me open this store. Hopefully I can be a typical retailer. No, I need to do better. And then Gavin Newsom, he got into the thing here, and he's like, Americans are struggling to pay for groceries and gas while Elon Musk becomes a trillionaire. When the federal government is for sale, the rich get richer and everyone else gets shafted. The system is rigged. Oh, really? Tell that to the 4,000 millionaires who woke up today. If it's rigged, how did all those people make millions? From very different denominations. Women, men, black, white, probably some of them gay. How did it happen if the system is rigged? They're lying. And of course, Bernie had this to say. Today, Elon Musk is a trillionaire. He pays the same amount into Social Security as someone making $184,000. If we end that absurdity and lift the cap on taxable income, we can make Social Security solvent for 75 years, blah, 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 bullshit. Excuse my language. I don't want to be typical. You shouldn't want to be typical. Typical means you're stuck. Typical means you are just waiting for something to happen. As Elon said, we're making a fiction nonfiction. We're making true stories here. Here, listen to it in action. It's absolutely disgusting when you hear it.
Elon Musk is officially the world's first trillionaire. Think about that. We're living in a time when more and more people are just hanging on by their fingernails to survive in this economy.
Well, maybe that's the problem, Liz. Maybe the fact that so many people are hanging on by their fingernails, maybe you should fix that problem. Not Elon. He found out a way not to hang on by his fingernails. Have you thought about that? Why are so many people, that she says, hanging on by their fingernails? What are they doing wrong? What are they not doing right? Who's teaching them? Who's not teaching them? Change that. If you can't change your situation, then somebody is keeping you in that situation.
And Elon Musk has more money and more wealth than anyone in human history. I want to be clear. This is not just some fluke. It is a feature of a rigged economy.
Now, see, there's going to be idiots who see her videos, and they'll never know the story that 4,000 people around Elon became millionaires and multimillionaires today. But more so, not just about the money. They succeeded. That's the other part she's not talking about. Success. The money comes after you succeed. Where the Democrats is, the money should be what we can dole out to you. Here's some money, even though you didn't do anything. You sat on your butt and watched Jerry Springer reruns, and we sent you some bonbons and a snap card. You didn't earn. You didn't do anything to prosper. You're a lazy schlub. And by the way, I'm not talking about people who are affirmed, either mentally or physically. Not talking about you. Don't get offended. Some people, just because of their situation in life, physically or mentally, cannot do certain things. Not talking about those people. Those people deserve our attention. I'm talking about the rest of the people. And I haven't even brought up all the fraud yet. That's a whole other thing.
Donald Trump's big, beautiful bill cut health care for millions of Americans to give guys like Elon bigger tax breaks.
Do you know that the big, beautiful bill helped guys like me? Is going to help guys and gals like, who work for Elon? It's not just about billionaires. It's a huge lie. You keep lying to the American people. Or maybe it's not even American people. Maybe it's, illegals.
Tax code rewards CEOs for firing workers and replacing them with AI. Loopholes have allowed Jeff Bezos to pay an effective tax rate lower than a Boston public school teacher.
All right, so she says that every 2 or 4 years, but nobody ever proposes a law different. They complain about it, but that's the law. Like we know about California, that's the law. You want to change it? You want to stop incentivizing business? You want to stop people from putting their hard-earned money back into reinvesting into their companies? You want to stop other investors from investing into companies? I guess, yes, you do. That's exactly what the Democrats want. They want to stifle the economy and turn back everything and stifle investment. It's communist.
And we are left with a country where a handful of billionaires at the top pop champagne in their $300 million yachts, while working people take on even more shifts to try to pay off their student loan debt.
They took the loans out, moron. So if you got to take on more shifts to pay your, quote, student loans, the word loan, you decided to take that money. Why aren't you going after the colleges who pump these kids out with no marketable skills? And all they can do is be baristas. You don't talk about that, though. You don't care that Harvard has a gazillion-dollar endowment and kids are coming out of there and they can't frickin' read. Well, maybe not Harvard, but you know what I'm saying. They're not talking about that. It's always the billionaires and trillionaires.
The top 1% of U.S. earners now have more wealth than the entire middle class.
So is that a problem? No. If the top 1% have more wealth than the bottom 99, whatever she's trying to say, the problem is that the bottom 99 are having issues moving up. And I wouldn't say bottom 99. I'm pretty sure there's a good amount of that number, probably as much as 50% of people who are still doing things to try and move up. They haven't given up on life yet. Hopefully they won't give up on life. There are so many people I meet on a daily basis and talk to and get emails from who like, hey, I'm trying to get there. I'm trying to get to the next step. I didn't even know some of this stuff was available to me. I've been amazed how many emails I get and like, hi, Barry, you have motivated me to just begin looking. They didn't think it was available. I get emails from people like, I don't know how to buy the stock. Imagine that right now. Imagine right now that there are people in our chat who are seeing what's going on and go, how do I get involved? People who want to get involved because at their age, they have never been shown. Imagine, she is talking to a legion of Democrats right now who have never even been shown how to participate. They're sitting in the bleachers going, how do these guys run so fast? How is this guy dunking? They've never even understood what it takes to be on the court or the field. That's shameful. Not the people. It's shameful that people like her don't show people. Hey, you listen, hey, she could easily say, listen, I've made a whole lot of money buying and selling real estate, which she has, but you're not supposed to know about that. And she could say, oh, you guys come, we're going to do a seminar, and I'm going to show you how I buy and sell real estate. You don't come, that's on you. At least she can offer it. I have webinars all the time from people who want to show people how to buy and sell stock. I talk to you about real estate all the time. I feel it incumbent to actually offer that and say, look what's available to you. Somebody just texted me as I was talking and said, I only had money for 2 shares. 2 shares. He spent $270, I believe was 2 shares. And now, it's up like 30%. That first step, they don't even tell libtards. This is the first step. Mm-mm.
We need to overhaul our tax code. We need a wealth tax. And it's about time that corporations paid their fair share. Today's marker should be a wake-up call that enough is enough.
I actually agree with her. I agree with her. Today should be a freaking wake-up call. If you're sitting right now and you're watching this and you're seeing this show, and I encourage you to share it with friends and let today be a wake-up call. Let today be the slap in the face that you may have needed to say, wait a minute, this guy just became a trillionaire. There's 4,000 millionaires that work with him. I don't need to be a millionaire. I don't need that kind of money, you may say to yourself. I don't need to get there. Can I get to 100? Can I get to 200? Can I get to 500,000? Take that bite of the apple and say, I don't need to have $1 trillion apple. Can I just get like a quarter piece? Can I get myself to 250,000? I don't need the millions. Yeah, make it a wake-up call. Make it a wake-up call for everybody who sit back and go, you know what? I'm done living this way. I don't have to. I have opportunity. I know what I can be doing. And all these people want to do is take. Listen to this one.
All right, everybody. This week, apparently Elon Musk is going to become a trillionaire. That's total bullshit. Nobody should be a trillionaire. Right now, we've got way too much wealth concentrated with the tiniest group of people. And what we need to do is tax the wealth. That's exactly why I've got a bill that does just that. It's time to tax the rich. And
that's all they have. It's like, I don't know how this political party can exist. They could not wait to go run in front of cameras and go, I need to take your money. Elon's making way too much. He's way too successful. No. We need to find a way to Excuse me, PayPal. Why do you need it? Why don't you just cut down on the fraud? You might have all the money you need. And if there's so much fraud, why do you need more? They don't answer that question. Wait a second. Just stopping the waste and abuse, you're going to have more. Why do you need more and more and more and more? You're telling me the first thing you see after seeing success being celebrated on Wall Street is to go, we can't have people thinking they can be successful.
This week, I have Morris Pearl of Patriotic Millionaires on my podcast. So download it on YouTube or wherever you get your podcasts and find out how we can make a difference and change this rigged system.
Rigged. Did you think about possibly going to El Segundo and talking to some of these people and see how they think about it being rigged? Do you think 60 Minutes or any of these television shows would go and talk to people at SpaceX and say, how did you do it? Well, I got a job here and I got some stock options. And when I got hired, I was smart enough to ask, what's your future projection with this company? Well, I'd like to see us get to a point, maybe 3-4 years, where we can do an IPO. I'm taking the job. What do you need me to do? Wash floors? Okay, I'm good. You go make your rockets. I'm going to sit here and wash these floors. You're telling me I can get stock options? Hey, I'm going to be I can't whistle it. I'm a whistle while I work. You're damn right. I'm going to be one of the best floor washers ever. Let's listen to this one.
When is all white collar work gone? By when?
Well, there's a lot of inertia. So even with AI at its current state, I'd say you're pretty close to being able to replace half of all jobs.
Look, Elon Musk and other tech CEOs have been upfront about their goal with artificial intelligence to develop AI capable of replacing human labor. And the result, all the money and all the wealth of the country gets sucked up by a handful of billionaires, while every...
Boy, you see her face? She's so angry. They're going to take they sucking up all the money. I ain't got none. You can't have any. All your jobs are going to be replaced. You're going to be in the street. You're going to be destitute. You see any inspiration at all? You see anything talking to somebody like that? Could you even spend 60 minutes with somebody like that? Hey, hi, Elizabeth. Yeah. Show me how you're going to help Americans' lives. Well, we're going to take as much from, and as she's telling you that, understand what she's saying is, and if you somehow find a way to break away from us and become successful on your own, we're going to take it from you too. You're not immune to this because we have no idea what this thing fair share means. But what we do know is we need to keep taking it until we feel comfortable we've got enough of that fair share. Mm-hmm.
Everyone else gets left behind. It's too early to know if Elon and these CEOs' predictions will come to pass. But as a country, we're at an inflection point. Do we want a future where a handful of big tech billionaires prosper while working families continue to pinch pennies? Or do we want a future where everyone in this country has a shot?
No. Well, actually, yes. We're already there. That's the problem that they have. She goes, do we want a country where everyone has a shot? Who doesn't have a shot at the title? Think about that for a second. She's thinking, hey, listen, we got to do something because we want everybody to have a shot. Okay. Who's stopping you? Show me anywhere where you can't take a shot, where you can't try to do something better. Well, Barry, I'm 65 years old and I don't know what to do. You kidding me? I ran across a realtor I used to do business with years ago, and I didn't know what happened to her. Hadn't seen her name, buying property, selling. I'm like, what are you doing? She goes, I can't believe I saw some of your shows, and I decided to open up a YouTube channel. And I'm showing people over 55 how to make money doing videos and getting clients. And she goes, I'm more profitable now than I ever was selling real estate. How old are you? 59. Oh, okay. And you just decided to get in front of a camera? Yeah. Okay, so you got some makeup and went and got your hair boo-fooed out and stuff and put on some decent clothes. You got a camera in your living room and you're talking to people and they're signing up to be clients? Yeah. What a country. What a country. She actually just did a video showing how much money she made on her last video. And she showed the screen and everything, which she's not supposed to do on YouTube, but she showed how much she made on her video. She couldn't believe it. She had never seen that kind of money as a realtor. And now she's like, that's just one video. I know. I know, honey.
Answer is a policy choice. There's no doubt that we need to regulate AI, but any response to a looming AI crisis must tax AI and invest in people.
How do you put those two words in the same sentence? We're going to tax AI. By the way, how do you tax AI? Hey, Grok, send me a check. How do you tax AI? Grok, you want to send me a check? Or on my phone, hey, Google, will you send me a check? I got to hear the answer on that.
No, I cannot send you money or a physical check. I am an AI assistant without a bank account or mailing capabilities.
But Elizabeth Warren, hey, Google, Elizabeth Warren said I could tax you.
I can definitely chat here, but I cannot receive actual text messages. How can I help you today?
You don't want to know. No, he can't send you a check. So how are you going to tax the AI? You moron. Absolute, utter moron.
Behind taxing AI is pretty simple. Giant companies shouldn't be able to make unlimited profits from AI while they raise costs and throw American workers to the wolves. Taxing AI means Americans get to share in the growth of AI, and it raises the money.
As far as I know, as I was told by my mom and dad when they were here, sharing was up to the individual person. It was like, hey, give your sister some. I don't want to give her none. I'm not giving her none. Give your sister some. Screw that. I'm not give your sister some. That's not sharing. That is a forced donation. Every single one of you who have kids and had children and grandchildren, and you see them, mine. And it was so funny because every single one of us had to teach our children not to be like that. No. You got to share with your sisters. No, mine. It's funny how fast kids learn that word. Where'd they learn it from? Think about that. They don't know the language. All of a sudden, they seem to know that word pretty mine. Why did we tell kids to stop being like that? We started telling kids that it was greedy. You have to share. Where did the ideology come from? Yes, I know Christianity and biblically we want people to share, but it should have been a different kind of lesson to kids. Hey, listen, if you give your sister some of your cookies, when she gets older and she makes cookies, she's going to share some with you. Pay it forward. Okay. Don't expect anything in return, because if you expect anything in return, that's not right either. So wait a minute, you want me to give away some of my stuff on the hope that one day she's going to grow up and give me some of her stuff, and I said, but I shouldn't expect that she's ever going to give me anything. Is that the lesson here? Yeah. I didn't know I was a communist. Imagine if we taught our kids different from that age. Hey, Jimmy, don't be like that. I'm going to show you how to get more. Then what you share with your sister won't be that much of a consequence because you're going to keep getting more. Well, that sounds like a deal. I can have more cookies? Yeah, you can have more cookies. I'm going to show you what you're going to take to make more cookies or get more cookies. Okay. That's a lot different than mine. No. 2 words kids learn very quickly. No, mine. And we tell them, don't do that. You're a bad kid if you want to You want to protect what's yours, never knowing that these idiots were going to take power and use what you were taught against you. You got to share. You got to give what's yours to everybody else. Well, we do. It's called taxes. They're just going to keep taxing you more and more and more. We're never going to recognize that you've given enough or that you're successful enough to do other things to help other people. Help them 4,000 people become millionaires. Was that not fair sharing? Giving stock options to my employees, was that not a fair share? I bet you every single one of those 4,000 employees that work with Elon who cashed serious checks today went, yeah, he shared. He definitely shared. He didn't expect anything in return except for work. And we all profited. See, the bottom line with what she is saying, where it doesn't make any sense, is she doesn't understand how it helps other people increase their value. If I show you how you can become more valuable to somebody who's employing you, who's expecting you to provide value, then your money will increase. It's that simple. The quickest strategy for you making more money is to show other people how you can make more money for them. There it is. There's your lesson for the day, kids. Value, value, value. Those words you never hear come from a Democrat. They're a disaster for this country. They don't understand opportunity. They definitely don't understand prosperity. Right now, kids can do all kinds of things. They can learn online. You can do all kinds of businesses. You can start and become a prompt engineer. You can learn how to connect humanity like never before. They don't teach this. This is where they're going to destroy America if we let them. You don't have to want $1 million. You don't have to want 100,000. But whatever it is that you desire, that's what you should try to go for.